Welcome back, guys. It's Two Dudes in a Brew. I'm Billy.
I'm Alex.
And we're back with another one. I think you said at the beginning of the episode, this is episode 21.
That's the count that's stuck in my head, and if it's not,
I don't think it's right.
It's my podcast, so I can number it whatever the fucking number
I don't know.
It to be.
Is it 21? I think it is 21.
It's 21.
And then it's only like 10 or so on YouTube because we had that whole like gap.
Spiel.
We had a gap.
Yeah.
A gappy gap.
That's what happens when you totally think you have it under control and you don't actually. You're just flying by the seam of your pants.
Pretty much. Well, we hope you guys really enjoyed last week's podcast. We know it was a longer one. It was about 2 hours and 45 minutes or so, but we had a fucking blast. We were also talking before we started airing, and Alex was like, I need to dedicate 3 hours of my life back just to go listen to that shit all the way through because we were housed by the end of it.
I can say that there's some things like I go back and listen to it in spots. I don't listen to the whole thing back on the video side.
Yeah.
Because the audio is cleaned up, so I make notes when I'm editing. You
just got to match to it.
Yeah, so our mouths match the words so it doesn't look like this.
Yeah.
And
doing right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, got you.
I got midway through. I'm just watching beer cans keep getting stacked at one point.
Yeah,
it's
dude, because we went from that beer was pretty good.
That beer was outstanding.
We went from that beer and it just went into like Miller Lights and more Miller Lights, and
it was good.
It was fun.
I think I listened to the last 10 minutes of it, and I could hear it in my voice. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
It was a good time.
It was the first time we've shot on a Saturday in a while where we didn't have anything to do on Sunday.
Yeah, and it was like early in the day, so it wasn't like one of those late night shoots where we're like, by the end of it, we're all like, okay, y'all go home, we're going to go to bed right now.
I don't care where you go, you just can't stay here.
Yeah. So that was fun because like literally we got off the air and it was like, boom, food.
I say producer Albany hit the home run on that one, ordering pizza.
Yeah.
Like 15 minutes
wings,
left to go because we needed food.
My drunk ass sat on the couch while all of y'all talked, and I played video games. I didn't speak for like...
No, you didn't look up at one point.
Yeah, I didn't speak probably for an hour straight.
Yeah,
everybody's just like chatting. I was like, fuck it, I don't care. I'm playing video games, hitting home runs on that MLB game I got.
It's totally cool. But...
let's move.
Today's a new day.
It is a new day.
And we're moving.
We got some special shit.
What do we got?
We got some special shit. Well, before we get there, Alex, what's our topic and what beer are we going to be drinking?
Our topic, which was sent in by a listener of the podcast, one of my best friends since diapers, Robert Willie Pickton.
You're not still wearing diapers?
It depends on what day. Depends how my stomach feels. Depends if I have Taco Bell.
Gotcha.
Robert Willie Pickton. A Canadian serial killer.
Wait,
that's all I'm getting.
Robert Willie Pickton is your best friend?
No, Tyler's my best friend.
Tyler's your best friend. I didn't know if you were best friend. Okay.
With a Canadian serial killer? Totally cool.
Sweet.
I'm not even Canadian. I like Canadian bacon, though.
Actually, is it okay if I present this beer? Because there's kind of like a little special thing about it. Are you good with that?
It's special, all right.
Are you good with that?
What am I going to tell you? No, you put me on the spot.
Yeah, I know, because I just thought about it, and it's a little special.
Guys, we have a board that we do things, and we even sometimes even discuss how we're going to do that. We throw everything out the fucking window as soon as we start.
Everything goes out the window.
Billy, present me the fucking beer, please.
Sweet. So before I actually get into the beer, I just want to say, so Albany, she'll go to like all these different like stores to like look for beers for us to try out and drink, and she took the kids when she went to this because she had to get groceries too. So my oldest was looking with her, and he was like, "What are you doing, Mom?" She's like, "Oh, I'm getting beer for Daddy's podcast, blah blah blah." And so Beckett starts looking, and he's like, "This one looks awesome. You should definitely get it." And Albany's like, "All right, well, I'll tell him that you picked it out for him." And so it's called Space Pegasus, New England style IPA from the Boonshine Brewing Company.
The can's like a fucking joke.
The can makes me so happy. It is literally, it looks like a cowgirl holding a beer, riding a Pegasus. It has rainbows coming out of its mouth, filling up a beer with hops around it. There's a pineapple slice, some grapefruit.
Did you see the Pegasus is standing on either a grapefruit? I think it's an orange.
It's an orange,
maybe
yeah.
a grapefruit.
It's standing, and it's standing on an orange, guys. I'm so excited to post a picture of this. Here's the description, though. Saddle up, spread your wings, and prepare for an intergalactic adventure from Boonshine Brewing Company. It's Boonshine's very own Space Pegasus soaring through the galaxy, saving the world from big beer. This New England-inspired IPA is jam-packed with magical rare hops that are anything but tame. The Space Pegasus pulls his magical superpowers from an ever-changing, juicy hop recipe. So giddy up, Boonshiners, and prepare to take flight. And it says, Space Pegasus is brewed with. I'm not telling you what it's really hard to read this can because of the colors. They all kind of go together.
There's a lot of color.
Let's see. Pale malt, white wheat, flaked oats, flaked wheat, and a rotating, what the fuck is that word? Combination of juicy hops. You can check them out at www.boonshine.beer. I fucking love this can. And look.
Can is independent brewing.
Yeah, it's part of the independent brewing. I'm trying to find.
All I'm saying is this can reminds me of because I've never tried it, but what it would be like to trip acid and then go to a rodeo.
Yeah. So, you want to guess where it's brewed and packaged at?
Boonshine, North Carolina.
Boone, North Carolina.
Yeah, I guess on that.
And we're drinking pints tonight. This is a 6.3 ABV. So lower side, which kind of makes me happy. Because when you get up in the 8s, 9s, and stuff like that,
that's when the ass kicking starts.
You get the hard hop hit afterwards, that bitterness, the IBA or whatever it is, not IBS,
not IBS. I know
IBU,
International Bitterness Unit.
Wow, that was tandem.
We're learning things on this podcast with you guys.
I'm so smart. All right, so. Thank you, Beckett, for picking this out.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
He doesn't listen to the episodes, obviously, because fuck that. You can't have a 10-year-old listen to shit like this. But when he hits 18 or whatever, not even 18, probably 16, 17, he starts listening to podcasts. I know him because he's grounded right now for watching something we told him not to watch. He's that kid. So I know at 15, 16, he's like, Dad, thanks for shouting me out on your podcast. I'm going to be like, what?
What
are you talking about? I'm like, remember the Pegasus beer? And at that time, I'm probably going to be like, I don't know. I don't really.
I've slept since then.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's like, check it out. And I'll be like, okay. Yeah, no problem. Stop listening to shit.
I have a question.
What?
I know what show we got grounded for watching.
Yes.
I got the story.
Yes.
Do you watch said show in your time alone?
When I was his age?
No. Now.
Fuck yeah.
Albany? Are we sure that it wasn't Billy that watched it?
No. Oh, no, I don't watch it now.
That's what I was asking. Do you watch it
no,
if it was on, you would click it on?
Well, we don't have TV like that. We have Hulu and shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Did you watch it on Hulu?
Mm-mm.
You didn't watch it on your phone?
No. See, I used to, back in high school, me and my buddy would get super high, and then we'd order pizza.
Yeah.
I want to say super high, guys. We just smoke pot. But we get super high, and right before we went out to smoke, we would we would call a pizza. So by the time we were done, getting up in the light years, pizza would show up. We take the pizza, we go upstairs, we play Grand Theft Auto, laugh until we almost peed, and then we go to bed watching Family Guy. Which, yeah, it was a great time.
Outstanding.
I know all of the episodes, but he is far too young to be watching that shit. Okay.
It's really immature. I've watched all of it. It's not okay.
Yeah, it's not okay. I know.
You ever watched The Simpsons?
I never got into The Simpsons.
I was a Simpsons kid.
Were you? I never really got into it. I was more like Family Guy, American Dad.
I don't think I like
Boy Meets World. Let's freaking go.
I never watched it.
Are you shitting me?
Do we have to go through this every time?
Are you shitting me?
I grew up watching race cars, monster trucks. I watched WWE.
Super fucking cool. You need to make some time for Sean, Corey, Topanga, Mr. Turner, Mr. fucking Feeney. Don't fuck around. Feeney!
Albany, can you reinform Billy that I'm the oddball of the group, but I didn't do a lot of these Disney kid things.
Dude,
and
I made her no joke the other night. We were laying in bed and she was like, we were in here in the big room and we were watching a show or something. And we were trying to get to bed a little earlier because me and her have a tendency to get into shows. I'm sure you and Jordan do it, but you get into shows and you binge them out.
Nope.
No?
9:15. 9:15, Jordan's done.
Gotcha.
That's
so
it.
Me and Albany will start binging shows. Recently we've been binging American Horror Story. And every night, we do all the things with the kids, all that good stuff. I might play some video games here or there. Yeah. And then we'll sit down and we'll start watching episodes. They're about 45 minutes long. All right, we're going to go to bed at 11. Like,
yeah, 1 episode turns to 2.
Yeah.
2 turns to 4.
So by the time
4 turns to entire season.
Well, so like last night we started watching. Which season is it? We started watching Colt, right? This is like season 8.
No,
Yeah, 7. Season 7.
Do you start all the way back at season 1?
Yeah, we started at 1, and we started that like what, a month ago? Not even.
So you guys been talking about American Horror Story now for a while.
So we watched. We were like, we're gonna go to bed at 11. Like, if the episode ends, right around 11, we'll go to bed. If we need to watch a little after, we'll watch a little after. Well, the episode ended on a fucking cliffhanger at like 11:01, and she's like, looks at me, and I look at her, and I was like, and we were a couple drinks in, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just be tired. So then we just pour more drinks. We pour more drinks. We watched until like 2 a.m.
Albany, aren't you supposed to be the adult of the group?
Actually, no. We watched it till like 1. We watched it till like 1 a.m, and then we went to go get in the bed, and I was like, "Do you want to have fun time?" She's like, "Sure." So then we didn't go to bed till like actually like 1:05 because I only need like 5 minutes.
I gotta say 104, 106, somewhere in that ballpark.
No, we ended up going to bed at like 2 a.m. and I have to be up at 6.
You want to hear what me and Jordan did last night?
What?
We went to the gym because I didn't go in the morning. We went, came back, cooked dinner, cleaned up after dinner, sat down. Like I said, 9:15. That's it. That's Jordan's cutoff.
Gotcha.
It was 8:50 when we sat down. We scrolled through social media on our phones, showed each other funny videos until about 9:15, and we went to bed.
No, we don't do that.
I kid you not. We will not start a show if we know we cannot finish it because Jordan's not going to make it and she's going to fall asleep in the chair.
Yeah, no, we watched. Anyway, I don't know how we got. Oh, we got there because of the beer. Okay, speaking of the beer, let's pop a top and have a drink because I am.
Let's pour beer.
Fucking parched.
Parched. Space Pegasus.
3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah. Oh, no foamy foam. Yeah. You just want to pour together?
Yeah. Producer Albany, come join us
if you want to. I know you're busy.
She's watching.
She said
a movie on her phone.
3, 2, 1.
I'm not watching a movie. I'm playing a game.
Oh my god.
I'm supposed to be doing schoolwork, and I'm not.
Didn't mean to insult you. Oh, give it to me. Sit there. Sit there. Sit.
Okay, you should have moved your can.
Woohoo! Come on.
You ruined it with
You
the
ruined
can.
it. You had to move
That's
the
bullshit.
can because I did mine
Mine's way
without
better.
that.
Alex would have been a 5 because it would have beveled and been really perfect, but he left the can there, so he gets a 4.5. Billy also gets a 4.4.
Woo! Win number 1.
Alex got to win. So let's take a look. It is a darker beer. That is
It's a New England style IPA.
Ooh, look at the bottom. Look at the bottom.
Ew, dude.
Ew, dude. I'm all right with it. It's fine. I'm fine.
Jesus.
It's going to be good. Cheers, my guy.
Cheers.
It smells like grapefruit, dude.
Well, that didn't have as much punch as I expected. That's
I'm not
nice.
mad about it, dude. I'm not mad about it whatsoever.
It's smooth.
Wow. It's still like, I really, whoopsie daisy.
That's 1. 3 and you're gone.
3 strikes are out.
3 and I go get the 3-year-old and put him in the chair.
I'm really liking how this tastes. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's not bad. I expected a lot more. I was like waiting for
that heavy citrus hit. No, but it's actually really fucking good. Move us along, my friend.
We're going to go into our next segment, which isn't really new, but still a new segment. We're going to call it new because it's not really new, but
you're skipping one. You just skipped the most important segment.
No, I didn't. Bullshit could have been new.
It's not new. You were going to Would You Rather. I know you were.
I was. Billy.
I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited. So, guys, if you listen
No, you didn't say the name of the segment. No, you fucked up. Went too far.
Bullshit of the week.
That's all I wanted.
We need to get that cut in. I'll just do it one time and you can cut it in.
We've said that about like 9 different things.
Can you hear those children? I hear children screaming. What's happening? Okay.
I didn't hear anybody fall down the stairs.
Sorry,
so
guys, that I'm like so excited right now because.
So you want me to do my bullshit first?
Sure. Yeah, you do. You go first.
I completely screwed you up there. I could see the hesitation.
I'm so excited.
Guys, after I do my bullshit, Billy's is going to be a lot more spectacular than mine.
Because let's put it this way, guys. All I'm going to say, unboxing. Go for it. Fuck yes.
Even the bars on the screen had gaps in between them. That was nice. Albany, how was my burp?
She gave you a thumbs up.
It's better than a thumbs down.
She's like, good job.
My bullshit of the week is very simple, and I'm sure plenty of people have this issue. I'm a list guy. I like to make a list, especially if I have a lot to do. I want to make a list of things I want to do for the day.
You cannot go with the flow at all.
No,
you are not built that way.
No, I go in. I know if I'm busy at the racetrack, if I'm busy at the shop. First thing I do, as soon as I feel like I have more things than I can think of, I literally take a scratch piece of paper, write down a list, and I start checking things off when I get them done.
Yep.
Did that this morning. You know how many things got done? None.
Oh, so you're very upset. I
don't like that.
You look very upset.
I wanted to book some travel. I did get scanner files done, but I don't think they're fully done now. I've seen like 2 emails since I left work, and it's like, okay. Well, I wasted my time on that. I had to program a couple things, get a couple things fixed, and get my golf clubs and my luggage back. Didn't get my golf clubs and my luggage. Didn't have the file I needed to program something. And I kept getting pulled 18 different ways. So, I don't like when my day doesn't go the way I want it to.
Yeah,
I don't go with the flow. I'm a list person.
Gotcha.
If you don't like it, bite me. That's how I function. Short, sweet, to the point. Billy, talk to me about your bullshit of the week. Producer Albany, try not to take his head off his shoulders.
So, guys, if you listen to last week's episode, on last week's bullshit of the week, I talked about how Drunk Billy tends to like to shop on Amazon. And I talked about how I bought a Norse god statue. A statue of Odin, if you know who Odin is.
For people that don't know who Odin is, just Google Vikings on a fucking
literally spell
seat.
Just look up Odin, Odin. You'll see exactly what it is. But
I thought Billy was really going to cancel the order.
Fuck that. Drunk Billy had a plan. Drunk Billy had a plan, and I'm really hoping it's going to look as good as it did. The box will look open, but that's because Albany opened it before we went on air.
Yeah.
Or before I got home. Yeah, before we went on air.
I tried to look at it, and she said no.
Yeah.
Billy needs to see it first.
So
right.
She said that it's not going anywhere in the house. And I said, that's fine.
I disagree.
I think, I haven't looked at it, but I think if it can't go in the house, I'll just put it in my toolbox at work and everybody won't fuck with me because I'm fucking Odin.
I still disagree. What's wrong with your nightstand? It's your nightstand.
That's what I'm thinking. What's your deal here, Albany?
Does not match my aesthetic.
Does not match her aesthetic. All right.
The fuck does that matter?
So here on Two Dudes in a Brew, for the first time, we're going to do an unboxing of what Drunk Billy bought. Oh, I hope that becomes a segment.
So guys, I can already hear it in my head.
Segment.
What we will do is the new segment we will do now. It won't be every week because Billy is not a completely functioning alcoholic. He will unbox anything that's ordered after 4 drinks.
Anything that's ordered by Drunk Billy.
Okay.
Because I ordered.
Yeah, you've ordered
Sober
some
Billy
fucked up
will be
things.
smart and be like, I don't need that. That's stupid.
What about that time you paid for overnight shipping 3 days into it being shipped to you? Like it was already gone.
I don't want to talk about it. So we're gonna unbox the very first of Drunk Billy purchases from Amazon.
You only told me one thing. You got more?
Well, no, just one thing.
Oh.
I mean, I did get other stuff, but that stuff already got here, and that was just basic shit I talked like my watch band.
You opened that during the last one.
Yeah, I did. Drunk Billy was there then.
Yeah.
So let me get it.
Billy, go get your fucking toy.
Let me put these down here. Okay. Here we go. So if you're not watching on YouTube, you should definitely go check it out because you get to unbox it with me for the first time. So here we go.
I've got a feeling this is going to go really downhill and Albany's going to get really mad quickly.
Dude.
What?
Dude. Oh my god.
What the hell is that?
That is exactly what I wanted. Oh,
what the fuck?
But it gets better.
What? Oh, what? Why does that do that?
I think it's supposed to go. Hold on. Move, box.
Guys that are listening audio only,
There it is. Here, I'll turn it.
I don't even know what to say. Billy has about the size of a toaster. Billy has a Norse Viking god with wings as a helmet on his head.
Why does this go so well with the beer?
On a pedestal with 2 dogs in front of him. It's fucked up.
Dude, I'm really excited about this, actually.
Oh my God.
Are you sure this can't go on my nightstand? 100%. She's 100% sure. That's awesome. And I can take the spear out and stab people.
Let me
with
see the
it.
spear.
Check it out.
Oh wow, the spear's like
pretty decent.
That's like not junk.
Yeah.
I expected it to just be plastic shit.
Nah, dude. I mean, this thing is fucking cool, dude.
So guys,
I'll put a picture up and we'll hashtag it like Drunk Billy Amazon or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have learned. I've learned it over the last year, sober, that I need to get Amazon off my phone because it's really easy to buy things. Billy has proven it time and time again that he will buy stupid shit on Amazon.
Yes.
Drunk.
That's fucking cool, though.
Producer Albany, do you have any words for this? This would be your time to come out and let us know what your feelings are on this.
You got any? You want to come here and
you want to come join us?
There are no words.
Oh, this is a podcast.
There
That's
are
not
no
helpful.
words. There are no words. So that's just kind of to complete last week's bullshit of the week and kind of like open up a new segment of Drunk Billy purchases from Amazon. As for this week on bullshit that I've had to deal with, well, I ended up having to do a big job at work because engineers, anytime we have a car under warranty, I think I explained this last podcast.
You did.
Okay. Anyway, so we had to write to the engineers, all that good stuff. Well, the vehicle still doesn't run right after I put a cylinder head on it. And it still has low compression on cylinder 1, all that good shit. So instead
in the block somewhere?
So instead of sending it back to the engineers and them saying put an engine in it, what it fucking needs, they're like, oh, pull the oil pan off so we can inspect the bottom side, inspect the pistons and shit.
What are they looking for? Metal shards to see if it
They're looking for
through?
cracked pistons.
Jesus.
Because the vehicles that I work on, these certain type of 4-cylinders have a tendency to crack pistons.
Yeah.
So I started working on that today, and anybody that's in the automotive world, you will feel this pain. I can't just go under the car and take the oil pan off.
Oh no, you got to take 19 things apart to get to the oil pan.
I had to take. I'm not even done yet. I had to take the lower oil pan off, which is just a cover seal.
Pretty much.
Take the oil sender out.
Yeah.
I had to take the guide tube out for the dipstick, but they made it too long for that car, so now you just have to get it loose and work the oil pan around it. But you also have to put an engine hoist on it, take out the motor mounts, lift the motor as high as you can, and lower the subframe.
Yeah.
A lot of heat flowing through these veins. So to come home to a fucking cool-ass statue made it a fuck ton better.
I don't mean to laugh directly in your face, but that's what you get for working on foreign cars.
It's just as... The domestic vehicles, I own one right now. It's a certain type of Ford that I own.
Yeah.
My Ford F-150. Those trucks, like 2 years ago, had the worst oil pan gasket seals. Like, dude, them motherfuckers would just piss. They were plastic oil pans. Mm-hmm. And it was a sealant seal. It never worked. So
no, it was an idea that somebody came up with that never worked.
What happens is these fucking engineers build the cars for everything to go in, but nothing to come back out.
Well, you never got a chance to work on my Blazer, did you? That was gone. I told you I had to take to do plugs on my Blazer.
Yeah.
You had to take the left front tire off, take the left front control arm off, and loosen the shock mount to get the sixth spark plug out of it.
Yeah, that one would just stay there.
Use a fucking angled socket to get to it.
Yeah, no, that one...
I was like, how many miles can I get out of one fucking spark plug? Because I am not changing that motherfucker.
Yeah, that one would just stay there.
It's not firing, I know.
It would stay there until it started misfiring on 6, and I would be like, okay, well, pull the motor. Pull the motor. It's much easier. It's much fucking easier. Disconnect the transmission.
Like, what jackass put it behind 8 different
fucking
pieces?
Dickheads who did that. So, That's my bullshit of the week. And also, Drunk Billy purchased this from Amazon.
Part 1.
Yes. And I'm going to take a picture, guys, of what I bought so everybody can see it on the podcast page. It'll be posted probably before this episode drops. No, I'll post it the day it drops.
Can we do like a Billy and his statue go traveling together? Like, we'll take it to the grocery store with us and put it in the cart. Billy's grocery shopping for beer.
Yeah.
There it is.
We needed Odin's Vice.
Albany. If I give you $1 out of my wallet, will you take it with you to the grocery store when you go next to get beer? Like, put it in the cart with the beer? Odin wanted to help.
We should make a complete separate Facebook page for the travel of the Odin statue.
Oh, we're chugging wine. Okay, that's a no.
That's how we feel about it. So, guys, that has been our bullshit of the week, which brings us to our newest segment.
I feel like we've been here already.
We were once.
Our newest segment on the podcast. Not really new, kind of new, maybe new. I don't know.
It is our Would You Rather question of the day.
Billy, what are the rules of Would You Rather?
The rules of Would You Rather are we are going to be given a note card with a Would You Rather on it by our producer, Miss Beautiful, my beautiful wife, Albany. And we do not know what it is. We have not seen it. We have no fucking clue.
Honestly, I don't know where the card is still.
Yeah, we will read. I'll read the Would You Rather for this episode. And basically what's going to happen is I'm going to read it to you. Yep. You're going to have two choices. Would you rather do this or would you rather do that?
Yeah.
You have to give me your answer, and you have to show your work, as Alex likes to say.
This is a podcast. If you give me a one-word answer, I punch you in the throat and you start over.
Because communication.
Come on, what?
Communication.
Okay.
And content.
Don't roll your eyes at us.
I now
We're
have
funny most days.
the Would You Rather in my hand.
Wait, there's no schoolwork on it this time, is there?
No, we're good. No.
Okay, just making sure.
She figured out what 4 + 4 was, so we're good. All right. So,
I thought it was 3 + 4.
12. So. Oh, wait.
Read
that's
it
multiplication.
Oh.
I'm a big dumb-dumber. All right.
She's totally rolling her eyes. Like, I have a direct line to your face right at his mic, and I watch you roll your eyes, look away, and then roll again.
Yeah, we're kind of stupid.
Most days.
Would you rather be the person who flips the switch for executions or be the judge who orders the execution?
That's a loaded question.
That's fucking, like, are you sadistic or are you moral? That's pretty much what that says.
Moral? Which one's the moral one?
Exactly.
I feel like that falls on the judge for being the non-moral one because they're the one that made the case, the sadistic one. That would be the judge.
So would you rather be the judge or would you rather be the executioner?
I have... can I ask questions on this one?
Sure.
Are we talking like all terrible people I'm cooking, or are we like 50-50 balls? Like, did I fuck up and cook somebody by accident when their twin brother actually did it?
That somebody actually did it if they're on death row? That's the biggest.
You're just the executioner.
Did you not see The Green Mile?
So your sole job as the executioner is to flip the switch. The end.
The judge makes a choice.
Exactly. So would you?
And
which one would you?
the option not to order death, but they do.
Well, not in this situation. I don't.
So which one would you be and why?
Oh, I'm flipping the switch.
Why?
I always thought since I saw The Green Mile, that'd be cool as shit. You'd be like the last flip, and all the electricity comes out of the wall, and the lights in the room fucking flicker, and
So you want to? So you want to? You because basically the play is God.
I'm not playing God. I'm doing somebody else played God. I'm just the switch that did it.
You're just setting up the meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the receptionist calls the other lawyer's receptionist to talk to the other lawyer.
Yeah.
I'm just the phone call person.
Oh, but to answer your question, no, I haven't seen The Green Mile.
What?
You haven't seen The Green Mile?
You've never seen The Green Mile with Tom Hanks.
It's sad. I won't watch it.
It's not. I mean, it's kind of sad.
Okay.
It's kind of sad.
Before your wife is ever allowed at my house again, she will sit her ass on that couch and watch The Green Mile.
No, she won't, executioner.
That is an American classic.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Have you seen Shawshank Redemption?
I have.
Remember the Titans?
I have.
Boy Meets World?
No, that's not a...
Yeah, that's right.
That fucking show was
Motherfucking,
made
that's
in
an American
Canada.
fucking classic.
That was made in Canada.
It's America.
No.
You shut your face hole. That hole in your face, shut it. Actually, don't.
How did we go from the Green Mile, Shawshank, Remember the Titans to Boy Meets World? What the fuck?
It's really important shit. Okay?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I will fight you.
That is under appeal still.
I will
that
fight
one's going to go in the books as under appeal.
Do you want me to be honest with you? This is probably going to hurt some listeners' feelings.
Here we go.
I've never seen the Avengers or any of the movies.
Oh, neither have I.
No.
I've sat through a quarter of Iron Man and it was stupid.
Wow, you probably just lost us 20 fucking followers, and we
Guys,
need all of them.
Don't unfollow us.
Yeah. You know one superhero movie I have seen? Honestly?
Deadpool.
Yeah.
I've seen Deadpool 1 and 2.
I haven't seen 2. I've seen 1.
2's funnier than 1.
No shit.
Yeah,
I heard
you
it
need to watch
I heard it was a flop. Well, I guess it wasn't on
Where
last
the
week's.
fuck did you hear that from?
I guess it wasn't on last week's worst movies ever, so that's good.
It was like a continuation of Ryan Reynolds' sarcasm all through another movie.
How did Joe Dirt 2 not land?
Joe Dirt
land on worst movies? Because Joe Dirt 1, amazing. Joe Dirt 2, I heard, was fucking horrible.
I never saw Joe Dirt 2.
Yeah, but they like streamed it on a website or something for like a certain amount of time. It might still be there. I don't know.
That didn't tell you that it was going to be shit when they streamed it on a website
Yeah.
for X amount of time.
Yeah, well, that's like when they tried to continue with the Grown Ups series. And like Grown Ups 1, amazing.
Yes.
I didn't give a fuck about anything else. Like Grown Ups 2.
Grown Ups 2 wasn't bad. I've seen it a couple times.
It was a little. Sandler did what Sandler does, and he went a little too far with that one because not too far. It was just jankety.
I'm sure it made money.
Like like the camping store and like driving the bus and shit, whatever. Sorry. So you said you'd be the executioner. And
yeah, I'll flip.
You'd rather be given the order. You'd rather be given the order to do it than give the order.
Let me sidebar off of that. I want the electric chair. I don't want the lethal injection. That's no fun. And fun, I use in a term as that's not anything like to it. I want the fucking switch arm, like in the Green Mile, Albany. Billy.
Yes.
Which one would you prefer to be, the judge or the executioner?
The judge.
Show your work.
Well, I think by being the judge, for me, it would be more of, all right, I got to hear every piece of this case to the very, very end.
Okay.
You know, like, and there's like, what is it, Albany? It's like 9 times out of 10, a plea deal is usually made so that
if they know they're going down,
so you don't get the death penalty. But then there, some of these people, like when we did like Death Row Inmates Last Meals, majority of those motherfuckers I read off were horrible humans. And when they went to fucking trial, like, I'd want to be that
There was
judge.
no plea deal. If you make a plea deal, that means that there is a little bit of doubt that you may not have done it, even a small amount. The ones that are already on death row, either you fought your case too long, or they had so much information on you that there was no deal to be made.
Well,
you're going down.
Well, so the way I'm thinking about it is like, say there's a trial on. I'm trying to think of a good example here.
Hitler.
Sure, we'll go with Hitler.
I mean, that's the most notorious one that we all know what he did, how he did it.
Yeah. So, like, if I could be the motherfucker sitting there listening to all of this, like, he did this, and he did this, and he ordered this, and he made them do this, and he set this up, and, like, he was literally the scum. He wasn't even human. He was just scum in general. And I'm sitting there listening, and I look into the seating behind him where the families and stuff sit, and I see the families, what's left of them, sitting there looking at me. Mm-hmm. And I, like, there's no shadow of a doubt, like, you're a piece of shit, and you deserve to die. I want to look that motherfucker in his eye and be like, hey, I hope you like to cook, because you ain't got no fucking choice. And I would go, pick up the phone, straight to my ear, Officer Kirk, flip switch.
Nah, that's not the way it works, though.
Well, I'm fucking fast forwarding here.
I got that part.
You see what I'm saying? But, like, make it quick, make it done. Like, I want to be able to be the one to say, when that family's sitting there looking at me, like, who was the Albany? Do you remember? This really hurts. Like, I haven't watched this in a long time, but it was mother and the stepfather that tortured that little boy.
Oh, I thought you were referencing Casey Anthony. I say she got
her
off.
too. Fuck yeah, her
she
too.
Got off.
But to sit there and listen to that and like I'm
Gabriel Hernandez.
Gabriel Hernandez. You know, he was tortured, killed. I want to look that fucking killer, that mother and that fucking stepfather in their fucking face and be like, both of you are the worst type of humans.
What do you got, Hobbs?
Okay, so here's the deal. The mother she pled guilty, so she did not get the death penalty.
And that's what happens.
The stepdad did. So a lot of people, the people who get the death penalty are the people who pled not guilty. So it's really kind of up in the air, you know, if they actually did it or not. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the biggest controversy surrounding the death penalty is that you don't necessarily know for 100% fact whether or not they did it, and ultimately you're killing someone.
Can you plead guilty and still get the death penalty?
No.
Or is it just not guilty because you're still claiming your innocence? The court found you guilty.
So you put in a guilty plea to avoid the death penalty.
That's what I always thought.
Yeah. So that's the whole reason that they have the death penalty in a lot of states is so that people will plead guilty to get out of the death penalty so that they don't have to waste the time and expense of a full trial.
All right.
Makes sense.
So to wrap that up,
I have one retort for you. Mm-hmm. You said you want to be the one to make that choice. Albany, I should have said it while you were standing. What's the average, and I know you don't know this off the top of your head, so ballpark me. How many years of appeals do death penalty situations sit? Because I've never heard one that was under 5 years. They sat on death row with appeal waiting. Because you can appeal all the way to what? The Supreme Court? Before they finally stop the appeal process?
Supreme Court would be the final.
So if it starts
you get so many appeals too.
I didn't know you were limited on appeal. I thought you could go all the way Supreme as long as somebody will take it.
Only murder. Do you have more than one appeal? I believe. I could be incorrect, but I do believe that only a charge of murder you have more than one appeal. So they'll appeal as many times as they can, and then they'll move up the bracket to the Supreme Court or whatever.
How do these guys sit on death row, or guys and women sit on death row for years?
Well, and
I've heard stories like 15 years on death row.
It is because the thing about death row is like laws are consistently changing surrounding it. So like 1 year you may not have the death penalty. A new year you may have the death penalty. So it's just like it kind of goes back and forth. So if it goes
out, now you got life in prison. If it comes back, it goes back to your old sentence of the death penalties back in game.
But death row inmates have luxurious lives in terms of prison. Like they get perks that nobody else gets because
they're being
gonna
put
die.
to death.
But like you get life in prison and you're sitting in a shithole for the rest of your life.
You sit in 3 meals a day, healthcare, not the greatest healthcare.
Yeah.
3 meals a day, healthcare, your own cell, your own shitter.
TV, the whole
TV,
nine.
yeah.
But
I think some of them get internet.
Yeah, probably.
The scary thing is the access to the internet inmates have at this point.
Yeah, no shit.
The stories you've heard about
sneak in phones and stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, but the things you've heard about, like them going to the library and years of messaging people when they're in the library.
Well, that's how people like get married and stuff.
Yeah.
So we need to wrap that up, though. So, guys. That is the Would You Rather. We hope you enjoyed that one. That was a fun one because it does tie into this wonderful, colorful topic that Alex has presented us, or is going to present for us today.
Yeah.
From one of our big-time fans, your buddy Tyler. So.
Yes.
I need to do the card flick.
Oh, that was better. It had a good start, then it died.
Yeah, well. Fuck it.
Producer Albany, next time you're at the store picking up note cards, can you crack a pack open and do a couple practice throws?
Why don't you buy some and bring them over, fuckhead?
Okay.
He said, okay. Buy the big ones. Like, we can, like, frisbee them motherfuckers.
If it sticks in the wall, do I get $1?
$2.
Deal.
Done. All right, guys. So on that, we're going to go ahead and pop another top because we definitely need another
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
You are not pop a top till you finish that. Thank you. Proper etiquette. You made producer Albany.
What do you think on the first beer?
I like it. I didn't expect to really like it because I'm not a big fruity beer kind of guy.
Yeah.
But that was better than I expected. And it's not heavy. It's not stupid heavy because like I ate dinner before I came over. and I don't feel like I'm already like full, and now I'm gonna have to force the second one down.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it's better.
And I agree with you. And also with the temperature change, obviously every time while we're sitting here, that beer didn't change at all. I mean, it was crisp for me.
They didn't get bitter like they do when they warm up.
It's all the way through. So guys, let's pop another top on the Pegasus or Space Pegasus New England IPA from Boonshine Brewing Company.
The lady has a mask on. Did you see that?
Nice. Well, she's a cowgirl.
Cowboys didn't wear masks over their face.
They wore bandanas and shit for all the dust.
Oh.
I love that noise.
I'm going to have to cut that
Makes
one
me
out and
so
say
happy.
that. Producer Albany!
I know.
Come on.
She's up and down.
Come on.
1, 2, 3. Here we go. We're making our pours. I'll just keep commentating through it, I guess. And
keep commentating.
Mine is looking good. I'm happy with it. I'm taking it nice and slow. Not going to top the way I want, but that is okay with me. Wait, it might. Still going up. Ooh, Alex, yours is better. 100%.
Yeah, it's got a lot of head on it.
Yeah, but it's kind of supposed to be like that, I guess, with those glasses. I don't really even know how to judge these glasses, but you had a bevel. That's good.
Thank you.
I'll give you a 5.
Outstanding.
Billy,
Whoa,
4.7.
You got a 5, dude.
That's 2 wins. That's 2 motherfucking wins.
High
Get some.
5. I like you, and I like sex.
There's beer on my fucking computer.
It's fine. It's normal operation here at Two Dudes in a Brew
Yeah, but
Studios.
I got on my middle finger note card.
Fuck off. All right. So, cheers, my guy.
So much.
Let's put another one down.
Another one.
Man, that is not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. Alex,
Not bad for literally a blind.
let's
rat.
I'll let you reiterate for our listeners on our topic for today from one of our top fans.
All right, guys. So, the topic for today was sent to me by Tyler, one of our consistent fans, and actually is in the next 5 or 6 hours on his way to North Carolina to see us, spend a few days with us.
We might need to pull him on the podcast. If
Should
he's
we
all right
have a
with it.
production meeting about it?
I mean, I'm fine with it because I've actually been wanting to like possibly pull like some of our top fans to come in and sit with us have a beer with us, and
The question is, would it only be the top fan? Because I think we have a fight over top fan right now still.
well, top fans. So like we can bring
fans with
on
an S.
Yeah, because like
Okay.
I know another one of our top fans, Jeremy. He's a huge supporter, and that kid is so much fun to drink with.
We need to do that on Saturday night.
Hard
I'm
drinking.
gonna need a DD that night.
Dude, I got a couch. You're good. Actually, I have like 7 bedrooms or something. I have 5 bedrooms, so whatever. Pick one.
Well, all right.
So what is our topic on for tonight?
Again, our topic, sent in by Tyler, is Robert Willie Pickton.
Tell me about him.
Willie is a nickname, in quotations. Robert Willie Pickton, a Canadian serial killer believed to be responsible for the death of 49 women.
Fuck. He couldn't even it
That's
out.
a fucking body count.
couldn't-
Don't start that. Don't start that.
He couldn't Mayweather that shit and get a 50-0 or what?
Oh, please. Some of his fights are bullshit.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Dancing for 12 fucking rounds.
He won.
We will go back to that.
That's like fucking talking about Tom Brady
Sorry,
being with the Patriots.
I'm a Mayweather hater.
I'm not a... You can't be a hater, though.
I don't understand boxing either. The rounds are too long, and they let him dance too much.
Okay.
We'll stay with it. We got a lot of information.
We sidetrack far too much.
That's part of the podcast people enjoy.
Suck my dick.
Ew.
Ew, gross.
Pickton targeted prostitutes and murdered them on his massive pig farm. It was a family pig farm.
Okay.
A little bit of backstory on him. He was born in Port, and I'm sorry if I butcher this. It's in British Columbia. Qualcomm? I
How's
don't
it
know.
spelled?
Coquitlam. I don't know how it's pronounced because it could be French too.
Yeah, like Coquitlam.
British Columbia.
Yeah.
His family had been pig farmers for 3 generations, but by the time of his arrest, Pickton had largely given up using the family farm for actual farming and only raised few pigs to sell to friends and neighbors. He and his 2 siblings, David Francis Pickton and Linda Louise Wright, obviously married, inherited the pig farm where Robert later committed his murders. Okay. Family land. Sounds like a good bit of land. If you got you know anything about pigs, they smell. You got to have a hell of a lot of land. You can't plop a farm in the middle of anything. Cause
No.
I lived close to a pig farm.
Okay.
And if the wind blew the right way in the summer, you feel like you're in the pig's ass. It's not good.
Oh, it's a fucking pig farm, of course.
Yeah. Big money at that time, though.
Yeah.
His early life was one of abuse and hard work on the farm. They were also living in extremely dirty conditions, rarely showered, and living with farm animals inside their home. So that cute thing of like, oh, haha, the pig walks in the house. They didn't spray said pig down.
Oh, it's just
He
covered
went
in
and rolled
shit,
in mud, and his
yeah.
shit then came inside.
Yep.
He and his brother lived as social outcasts and was known as the dirty people. Duh. After the death of their parents, both boys took over running the farm, which was very successful in selling meat to the large part of Canada, which you'll later see is relevant.
Okay.
Plot twist.
Plot twist, plot twist, plot twist.
In 94 and 95, they sold parts of their land that was inherited, earning a total of $5.16 million. Let's go back. I'm going to reread that again.
Wow.
In 94 and 95,
Oh my god, that's a fuck
they
ton.
sold parts of inherited land, earning a total of $5.16 million. That's big money. And I'm going to say because it's in the million,
Wait, how many acres was the farm?
it doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
And it's tough to find information on it because I went back and looked to see how big the farm was.
Okay.
I'm going to have to assume it was massive. It's in the dollar amount of million because I don't know what what Canada uses,
Okay.
but I know it's different. There is a different currency there. That's 2.
It's okay.
At 3, I go get your 3-year-old, and he sits in the chair.
3's not gonna happen. Also, I hope you guys enjoyed Ace in our last episode.
He's my little buddy. Willie and his brother created a so-called charity called the Piggy Palace in 96. This bar was see, that's weird. It was a charity, but then it was actually a bar. This bar they created was just used to create wild parties, mostly attended by local bikers and undesirables.
Fuck yeah!
So they're hanging out with people like us.
Let's fucking go. Wait, we didn't kill people. We don't kill people. Maybe.
No, but I like to party.
I like to party.
I like to party. It eventually closed in 2000, even though these parties got to upwards of 1,700 people. Both brothers also owned P&B Salvage for a few years. Willie used all 3 businesses to hunt his victims, even living at the time at the salvage yard because it was close to where the local prostitutes worked. Okay, so pig farm, a massive, I want to call it entertainment venue, bar, concert. I'm going to have to assume they had live music.
Yeah.
And a salvage yard. 3 businesses. A lot of ground to cover. And
Well, I mean, a salvage yard alone, like most salvage yards I know of, are 30 plus acres. Yeah. Like it's.
Well, and I guess it's going to sound bad when I say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. When you get to that upper echelon of having that kind of money,
yeah.
you almost get looked over when things start happening.
Okay.
In the area of murders, disappearances, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because you have money. Why would you do that? At least that's the way I feel. You know, you don't look at Bill Gates the next day because there was a murder in front of his apartment.
No, well,
or where he lives.
I would say apartment.
Whatever building he owns, and he
owns
lives in.
the apartment complex. Yeah. That would be cool if you were a millionaire and you just like bought an apartment complex and just lived like wherever you want. Like you just made they were your bedrooms, dude.
A bedroom for each day of the week.
Yeah, each day of the year. It's an apartment complex. I would fucking have like, you already have a gym probably and a pool, but you could put in like all kinds of cool shit, like a studio for your podcast. You could put in a recording studio for people to rent so they can do recording. Bro, I'm on something. I'm buying an apartment complex. Done.
Albany, we need an ups on our allowance.
We need money.
In 97, Robert was charged with the attempted murder of a prostitute named Wendy Lynn Essliner.
Yeah.
I'm smiling for the camera. Sorry, guys. We're taking pictures. Billy likes to take pictures of me when I'm talking.
Fuck yeah.
Wendy Lynn, having tried to stab her, but the case was dropped because prosecutors felt that the victim, who was a drug addict, was too unstable to give an accurate testimony, even though both victims suffered stab injuries during the encounter. They were treated at the same hospital, and a key to the handcuffs of Lynn's were found in the pocket of Pickton. So obviously,
Wow. A lot of noises over there behind
Pretty sure, did you do a wardrobe change again there, Oprah?
She did. Haha.
That's 2 in this episode.
Continue, my friend.
All right, so he found a key in the... They found a key in Pickton's pocket of the one that he just tried to kill.
Yeah.
They had no case because she's a drug addict and they don't trust her on the stand. That's what is called in police language as fucking lucky. The police at the time largely ignored the large number of disappearances occurring and also multiple tips and reports about Willie being involved because many believe it was because of the job of the women. They were sex workers on the street. Kind of hard to blame one person when this is what they do for a living.
Yeah.
It's a weird spot.
Yeah.
There's no way around that.
It's just...
Ignored probably isn't the best word, but it also could be very accurate. You know, we're not there. We don't know 100% know. Pickton, from 83 to 2002, would go on to pay prostitutes to come back to his farm. Once there, Pickton would rape, murder, and dismember them and feed them to the pigs. Pickton would strangle
Don't pigs eat everything except the teeth?
Basically everything.
Except for the teeth or some shit, right?
I don't think they'll eat hair. Unless it's...
They will eat teeth. They'll eat bone.
They really got to be hungry.
There's something they don't eat.
No, I'm pretty sure pigs eat everything.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they just clear it out then.
That's like the perfect murder, is to feed you to pigs, because unless they scoop their feet... Huh? Hogs, yeah.
Hogs, yeah.
Apparently, because unless you find their feces, that's all you got.
Well, that's fun.
Pickton would strangle or shoot his victims after accusing them of stealing from him, which he would use to get angry before the murder. So not only did he have a plan of how to turn this against them, he would also have a way to wind himself up.
Okay.
It is unknown what
shit.
his exact MO was because of the condition of his victims. So many have killed in a variety of ways. Basically, they couldn't get a distinct pattern down because so many died, and they were so dismembered by the time that they got there to look at them. Got nothing. I got a pile of hog shit. Dig through that. I'm gonna get paid enough to do that.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Like,
it's only gonna get worse, guys.
so
Sorry.
Like, he kills sex workers.
He takes a prostitute back and decides he didn't kill every one of them.
He just makes
He makes a decision at some point.
I wonder if they made fun of his pee-pee.
I don't know.
Should
we text him?
Like, you know, Little Willie Pickton.
Oh.
Get it? Little Willie.
You better hope he doesn't listen to this.
Little Willie. Is he dead?
I haven't gotten that far.
Okay. Well, by the way you said that, I'm going to say that he's probably not.
Before he slopped the pigs with the bodies, he would cut portions of them off and grind them in the meat grinder and sold them through the business.
Shut the fuck up.
It's in black and white in front of me.
He sold people meat?
People meat.
Get the fuck out of here.
You think you could... Honestly, it's fucked up. I'm going to ask anyway. You think you could tell the difference between pork and human?
I don't want to answer that question because I don't know.
You know you couldn't.
Dude, so I don't know how many of our fans have watched American Horror Story, but the season of Roanoke, which is season 6, is based on the Lost Colony.
I don't know about that. I don't know anything about that.
We'll do an episode on it.
Okay. Producer Albany, put that in our notes, please.
Oh, she informed me.
I take back my statement.
But excuse me.
Let it out.
But there's like a family in that thing or whatever in that show.
Yeah.
The Polk family.
Okay.
And they would literally like kidnap humans.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if this is a real family. It might be. But they would kidnap families. This is in the show. They would kidnap families or kidnap people. They would keep you alive.
Yeah.
And like shave off meat from your body while you're still living. And that's what they would cook and like turn it into jerky.
Oh, come on.
And then in the show, they would like feed it to the other people, prisoners they caught.
Oh,
which was usually friends of the person they were like tearing the meat off of.
Oh, perfect.
So
Thank you for
that's
informing
what
me
it made me think of. So just relating it.
It's only gonna get worse. So if you have a queasy stomach, I'm gonna pre-apologize.
You're gonna pre-apologize.
Yep. grind the meat up through the grinder with pig meat, sold them through the business. He strung them up, gutted them, and then put their bodies on a butcher table. He would then remove the hair as it gets caught in his saw blade. I think I literally said when I was reading this, I really don't want to affect your saw blade. Sorry about that with my hair.
Like, you see, I'm not interested in that at all.
And we're going to get worse. As it gets caught in the saw blade and saws them in half from top of head to whatever center parts you have where your legs split.
They split puss?
They finish the cut.
All the way down the middle?
Yeah.
But they're dead already.
I hope so.
Oh, jeez, man.
There's not a whole lot of information on that deal. All right. From there, he would butcher them and serve the large parts to his pigs. As there were hundreds of pigs on his property, this meant that all the remains would have been tiny bits mixed into pig feces, which is what I said earlier. The only way you're going to find any remnants is pig feces. Ugh. What the pigs wouldn't eat, Pickett would put into buckets that he would take to a rendering plant, which turned bones and hair of animals into gelatin.
Isn't that glue? Like a glue?
Producer Albany, you're the expert on
gelatin like a glue or some shit?
I don't know what the gelatin's for. Gelatin's just a form, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think glue is made out of like skin.
It's made out of horse.
Yeah, that always is the running joke. Oh, I thought dog food was made out of horse.
Gelatin. So I just looked up gelatin. Gelatin is used for weight loss and for treating osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and brittle bones, which is osteoporosis. Some people also use it for strengthening bones, joints, and fingernails. Gelatin is also used for improving hair quality and to shorten recovery after exercise and sports-related injuries.
Producer Albany. One side note, can you get me a small book, please? My computer's getting pissy.
Oh, is it hot?
Oh, it's hot.
Nice.
Guys, my work computer that I use for this, it has a fan on it. And thank you, dear. That fan, once we sit here a little while, gets to kicking, and I can feel the hot air coming off of it.
Gelatin is made from animal collagen, a protein that makes up connective tissues such as skin, tendons, ligaments, and bones. The hides and bones of certain animals, often cows and pigs, are boiled, dried, treated with a strong acid or base, and finally filtered until the collagen is extracted.
So literally, they burn everything up. They burn any kind of identifying marks and melt it down.
So the people doing it just didn't know any difference. It was just meat and hair.
And you really think they go through it? It's in a bucket. They just dump it in.
Dump it and go.
We're not looking. Your job's bad enough. It's not my job to pick through it.
So he was not only sending the meat off to use
and probably making money on. I'm assuming he's making some kind of money on this gelatin
to mimic pork.
Yep.
But at the same time was also using it to become gelatin, which can be used to help rebuild other humans.
Yeah.
He was using humans to rebuild.
How does that make you feel?
I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that one bit. That's not cool, man. Not cool, man.
The Pickens employed so many people over this time period, which Picken would sometimes make come with his victims to take victims, especially women. So he would use people they employed to go help him pick up people to kill.
Well, that wasn't that nice of him.
Yeah. The sex workers picked up on that he was a bad date. They have a list of, and I'm sure everybody kind of has seen this in show. I think SVU does it a couple times. I've watched a few. If they're a bad date, they don't pay, they get rough, whatever it is, they get kind of blacklisted in that working group. He was taking people with him to try to get help because he wanted to pick specific people out, but people wouldn't get in his car. So he's using a face to get him in the car and then swapping it out. Picken did not kill all the women he took. Some went back. Some he didn't like. One woman who worked for Picken and helped him bring girls back one night was seen with a woman hanging from a hook in a slaughterhouse that was used for pigs.
That reminds me of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
The woman hanging was not dead.
That reminds me of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I'm going to assume that some of that probably came from this. Although the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was in the 80s. Well, didn't it start in the 80s?
It was based off of John Wayne Gacy.
Not John Wayne Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy's the original.
Ed Gein. It was based.
I don't know Ed Gein.
Well, we might do an episode on that one day. All I can think about right now is when I hear Ed Gein, is I think of shout out to Time Suck podcast with Dan Cummins. But I've listened, like, I love his podcast, and I've listened to that one on Ed Gein, and he does a really good job. He's a comedian, if anybody doesn't know, but he mimics it really well. And like when he talks about Ed Gein was like, I think it was Ed Gein that was like addicted to like his mother. And so he would, Dan Cummins is always like, Mother, I'll put your head on a stick, Mother. I love you. This shit cracks me the fuck up. Please don't sue me. I just really like the podcast.
We're fans.
We're a small business. Don't fuck us up.
One of the women who worked for him went back, saw a woman hanging from a hook that was not dead. She could also hear the screams of the woman's voice. She never returned to the farm, and she would later help provide information that would get Pickton arrested. Other women described
Is it Pickton or Pickton?
Pickton?
You keep saying Pickton.
Yeah, I always kind of mix it together. Sorry.
Piggin, pig. Got it.
It'll work. Another woman later described his trailer, which he lived in for a time, as having so much trash and clothing laying in it that you couldn't leave the kitchen just inside the front door. This woman was able to run away from Pickton as she's seen the woman's IDs and clothing in the trailer. So he had a shitty childhood. They lived like animals, and it continued into his adulthood.
He was like a hoarder.
He didn't know how to throw trash away.
Sweet.
He didn't know what to do with it. He was never mentally
fucking sweet.
To it.
You disgusting animals.
All right, here we go. 2002. On February 5th, 2002, Pickton was arrested when police, acting on a warrant for a firearm violation, found personal belongings of a missing woman on the farm. A second court order was obtained to continue the searching of the farm as part of the BC Missing Woman investigation, which investigates the disappearance of women, many from Vancouver's downtown east side, dating back to September of 1978.
Yeah.
Pickton was 28 years old at the time. They believe it went all the way back that far. Also known as the Low Track, it is the poorest neighborhood in all of Canada. Is ridden with drug trafficking and prostitution. It also has the highest rate of HIV infection in North America.
Jeez.
So it's a low-end town.
Like a lot
of drugs. Yeah, it's bad.
A lot of the HIV going
around. And he's
around.
picking from... And I'm going to say this in a nice way. He's going to pick from the people that aren't going to be missed. Because a lot of these people have rough backgrounds, don't have a lot of family, don't talk to their family, so going years at a time without hearing from anybody
isn't the biggest
stretch.
Which is the smartest play for a serial killer, obviously.
It is. It covers his tracks well. The woman whose possessions were found on the farm is one of the women who disappeared, was investigated by the task force, which was headed by the officers of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. The Mounties!
The Mounties! I always wanted to wear one of their uniforms.
From what I've found out, they don't actually ride moosin'. They do ride horses. And
that's some bullshit, bro. I'm riding moosin'.
I'm just saying.
I'm riding fucking moosin'.
Headed by the officers of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and the Vancouver Police Department. Vancouver!
Dude, I want to go to Vancouver. I've
heard Vancouver and Toronto are nice. As they searched the grounds, they found remains of some victims, such as skulls cut in half and stuffed with human hands and feet.
Wait, one more time. Repeat it.
As they searched the grounds, they found remains of some victims, such as skulls cut in half and stuffed with human hands and feet.
How do you stuff human skulls with hands and feet?
Well, if it's cut in half, at least it's open.
He just laid them on top? Like, I'm sorry, but if you put your hand against your head, like, one hand.
What if you stick, like, the finger through your eyeball hole?
Okay. Well, since we're there.
Sorry. It's only...
like, through the nostril hole.
Hang with me on this one. DNA from 33 women. Bloody clothing belonging to a victim. A jawbone and teeth belonging to one victim were also found. Here we go. They also found a .22 revolver with a dildo attached to the barrel, 357 Magnum rounds, 2 pairs of Fox, F-A-U-X. How do you say it? Faux? Mm-hmm. Really? Mm-hmm. Sorry if I...
I'm pretty sure it's faux.
Faux.
Wait, F-A-U-X?
F-A-U-X.
Oh, I'm thinking of F-E-A-X, right? Fuck it. Fox, faux, whatever.
Fur-lined handcuffs.
Can we go back to the revolver?
Let me finish this one because this paragraph doesn't get any better. A pair of night vision goggles and the photos of a garbage can containing the remains of a victim. Pickton claimed that the dildo, which had DNA of both him and the victim, had been meant to make as a makeshift suppressor. The gun also contained a spent cartridge. Billy, I don't even know where you're going to go with this. Fucking.
Can we just go back to the revolver with the dildo attached to the barrel as a silencer?
What do you want me to say about that? Really?
I mean, when I really break that down in my head, like, I mean, I don't want to give this dude credit for anything because it's fucked up everything he did.
That may literally be the best idea for a suppressor ever.
But what I'm thinking is, first of all, how do you attach it?
The dude was cutting people in half with bandsaws. I'm sure he had enough time to figure it out.
But then would he insert dildo?
Why are you asking me this?
Into woman and pull the trigger?
Had a spent cartridge in it.
So he would.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
All right, we'll go with you. What? All right, let's just keep. This is bad. This is dark. Tyler,
Tell
what the
Tyler
fuck, Tyler? Yeah, when I fucking see you,
can we talk about
some shit?
The 357 Magnum rounds. Okay, you're looking to blow a hole in an elephant's ass.
357 is no joke.
2 pairs of lined handcuffs. Honestly, in this grouping, that's not that bad.
That's not the weird part.
Night vision goggles.
That's not weird to me.
I actually think of Silence of the Lambs. Remember the part where the transvestite in the basement, Buffalo Bill, shuts the lights off and is wearing, and Clarice shoots him with her service revolver?
Yep.
That's what made me think of it. I got a feeling probably something with that had to do with Silence of the Lambs, maybe not. Because that was another late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Photos of a garbage can contain the remains of a victim. Do you want to talk about it? I want to just let that fly.
Yes, you know what? Out of all the things you said in that one little fucking paragraph,
you're stuck on the dildo as a suppressor, aren't you?
The dildo is a suppressor. You did some shit.
Yeah.
You did some shit. Some shit you did.
Pretty much.
And I'm like, what? How you going? First of all, can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Nice.
What's that? John Wick. Can you imagine John Wick slapping a dildo on the end of his Glock? He runs around. That would change the whole fucking outcome, the whole aspect of that movie.
That goes from a Keanu Reeves badass killing people, not saying a word movie to an Adam Sandler. What the fuck are you doing?
It'd be the weirdest porno I've ever watched.
Yes.
And I've watched a lot of pornos, so I would know. Just saying.
All right. Here we go.
Does this fucking close up soon? Because fucking jeez, man.
You can thank Tyler for this.
Thanks, Tyler, you fucker.
While in prison, the police sent an undercover cop as Picken's cellmate. Picken confessed to the officer, including saying he was pissed he didn't get a chance to kill again, bringing his total to 50. He's mad he didn't Floyd Mayweather it.
He wanted a 50-0.
He
fucking kill himself, get his 50.
This is where it gets really
shoot himself with his fucking dildo silencer right in the fucking nutsack.
This is where it goes downhill. Due to the amount of deconstruction done to the bodies, only 26 murders were brought against Pickton, which was then cut to 6. We went from 49 to 33 to 26
to 6.
The 6 they went to trial with, they had the most evidence for and believed they had the best chance of a conviction. He was convicted and sentenced to life in prison, which in Canada still allows parole after 25 years.
Shut the fuck up. Dude, judge right here from the Would You Rather. Albany, great write-in on that. I'm really glad I chose that one.
Outstanding job, dear.
Fuck you. Wait, does Canada have the death penalty?
No. Canada's way too soft for death penalty.
Get your shit together, okay? You got America here protecting the fuck out of you. Get your fucking shit together.
All right.
I'm angry.
One more to
fucking
go.
angry right now.
So far, his parole has been denied. God, I hope so.
Like Charles Manson style shit.
Due
Keep
to
denying
being
it.
one of the most sadistic and brutal serial killers the world has ever seen. If you want more information on this guy and his morbid crimes, there are several other podcasts that cover this more in depth. We kind of went over it. Morbid, a true crime podcast, has a 3-episode series on there. We go deep dive into it. We chose not to do that
because, guys, if you haven't figured this out yet,
we don't deep dive.
We're short to the point, synopsis style. We just enjoy.
I've got a list of his murders in front of me. I want to pull it up in a different way because I've got them all. When I transferred it to another document, it had the murders all goofed around.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. If I can find his email again. There it is. All right. That doesn't help at all.
I'm gonna say, like, that dude's like mad fucked up. Seriously, with the revolver, with this dildo silencer, I'm super interested in this. If anybody has a picture of a revolver with a dildo silencer, can you send me a picture? Just post it on the fucking Two Dudes and a Brew Facebook page because I want to see that shit.
No.
Post
Whoa,
it, please.
No.
Post it, please.
Albany,
Please post it.
Are you gonna like come in and take control of this shit, or like no? Thank you, appreciate it.
She was like, "Nah, I'm good with it."
I've got a list. It's a goofy list. It's just the list of all the people, and I've got 49 names.
Yeah, let's maybe we can post a synopsis or like
oh wow, some of these aren't even done yet. The trials aren't done.
No shit.
I've got 6 that are done.
Well, there were only 6.
Well, I'm saying ones that were either disappearances that were still currently on trial, like the other ones that they didn't bring to court right away.
Okay.
What you do is you bring your strongest first, and then you can keep going back and go, look at his color and his character, and the other 6 he fucking cut in
and
half.
then the other 6, and then the other 6.
I mean, it's just a ridiculous list.
You know what I think we should do? Instead of reading all them out, I think we should actually, no, we should probably just post the list.
We'll talk about it.
We'll post the list the day this episode drops, which will be next Friday.
The one thing I do want to do, I want to go through the ages.
Yep.
34, 32, 23, 29, 26. That was all the confirmed ones he was sentenced for.
So, yeah, okay.
Suspected disappearance/murders with Pickton is currently on trial or implicated for. 25, 20, 25, 23, 25, 24, 32, 41 to 43. They're actually unsure when he killed her. 38, 46, 38, 27, 23, 43. Age undetermined. 28, 42, 43, 24, 34, 30, 25, 34. Unspecified victim, unidentified date or victim. For 2 of them. They were so chewed up, they could not get any DNA to actually figure out who it was.
So, what I don't understand about this guy is so he chose not to take some people, right? Mm-hmm. It fucking wasn't based on age. He was killing from 20 to 50.
Yeah.
Like, that was his age.
That's why I wanted to go through the ages, too, because it showed the diversity of age that obviously...
Well, what about, does it have anything about race? Was it white, black?
I can only go off names. And I can give you first names, but I mean, honestly...
Man, you can't judge
some of
much.
these names could play both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there's so many all over the board. You remember some of these people are also Canadian.
Yeah.
French Canadian.
Oh, so it's out there names too.
There's a couple that I'm not really sure I can pronounce.
Guys, don't worry. We will post a list of all the names on the Two Dudes and a Brew Facebook page, so you can check it out there, along with the Odin statue.
At this point, that will wrap up Robert Willie Pickton. Billy, give me some thoughts.
Still real hung up on the revolver with the dildo silencer.
Okay. Other than that,
Nah, fuck that guy. I actually looked up a picture of him while you were talking.
Yep.
He looks like a fucking crazy ass serial killer. Like, that's what he looks like.
Yeah.
But the fact that you had so disregard for human life that you were willing to seduce them back.
Yep.
Kill them.
Mm-hmm.
Cut them in half.
Yep.
Feed them to your pig. Like, what were you getting out of this? Feed them to your pigs.
Do we want to go in the mind?
And then
Do we
take
have 6 hours?
and then take the leftover meat and hair to have it turned into
That's the fucked up
gelatin.
part. Honestly, the whole thing, and I'm saying this, that's the most fucked up part in my mind. Because he took it. If you're comfortable in your own house, your brain will do whatever you feel like doing. You had the brass balls to go into public
With human meat and hair.
take it somebody where you know he's not dumping it in the grinder or whatever machine.
Nah,
they use
he's like, hey, I need to make gelatin. Or here's some gelatin.
I'll pick up it's Thursday. I'm dropping off these buckets. I'll pick the buckets up on Monday.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
You have a brass set of nuts on you.
Dude, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. That's my thoughts. Fuck that guy.
Complete monster. Again,
And if you're listening to this and you don't agree, fuck you too. Fuck that guy.
It was noted in the first line that he's one of Canada's top sadistic serial killers.
Like, most prolific, yeah.
Yeah, he's got that
Absolutely.
pretty well wrapped up. So you're on the idea that he's...
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, that's it.
Also, if you have a picture of a revolver with a dildo silencer, please
send it to us. Don't post it on the page.
Post it on the page. Go
Jesus. For it. Please don't attempt it at home.
Alex, what's your thoughts on this fucking wackadoodle you brought to us today? Thank you, Tyler.
To start out, Tyler, thank you for the information. You might want to see somebody or change what you're listening to during the day at work.
Fuck yeah.
But made for great content. That guy has a small spot in hell.
Agreed.
That's all his own. Obviously, his upbringing, the way his parents treated him, the abuse, obviously something in his brain was off.
It wasn't clicking right.
Very, very sick mentally. It's a shame it took that many lives, almost 50 lives, to be lost to it. But unfortunately, that's the way the cards fall every once in a while. Police do their best job they can. Pray that those become fewer and fewer.
Pray that he stays like Manson and stays in jail with no parole.
I don't see Canada letting him out anytime soon.
I don't either. So, we need to do some grading.
We do.
So, guys, if you've been listening this entire episode, you know we've been drinking the Space Pegasus New England IPA out of Boonshine Brewing Company, right out of Boone, North Carolina. They are part of the Independent
Brewing Company.
What?
Brewing Group. I don't know. I was looking at something else.
This
Independent Brewing Group, isn't it? Association.
Yeah,
Son of a bitch.
Independent Brewing Association. Yeah. If you listen when we started the show, which if you're here, you probably did.
I hope you didn't skip to this far.
This brew was picked out solely by the label by my 10-year-old, and it is, like I said, the Space Pegasus New England style IPA. I am gonna have to give it a 5 for the fucking
really
can art, just because I'm a fucking 10-year-old, and this enticed the shit out of me to see a fucking Pegasus. Like, they went all out. Pegasus and cowgirl and beer and rainbows making beer and fuck. This is awesome. They used the entire can. Well, not the entire can, but they used it enough that I'm giving it a 5. My son picked it out on can art.
On can art.
On
talk to me about taste.
So, super impressed with this beer. Didn't think I was going to be. Even though I am more into like the fruit side of like you know, the added fruits to the hops.
That's your run of the mill stuff.
It is. Was impressed with the beer all the way through. I do like a little bit more bitter. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Still a very, very good beer. Like, I'm not disappointed in this beer at all. So, for that, I'm going to go 5 on can art, and I'm going to go a 4.7 on taste. Because had it had just a hair more bitterness at the end, I think it really would have topped it off. We do talk a lot about how, the harsh bitterness is a little much, but, just a little bit more. There's that
midline.
Yeah, just
the harsh
give me,
bitterness is to the right. Just a little blow bitters on the left.
Just give me a little bit more, and this beer, no doubt in my mind, would be a 5, 100%. I don't know what it takes to do that, but make it fucking happen, okay? That's all I'm saying. So, yes, 5 on can art, 4.7 on taste. Alex, what is your view on the Space Pegasus New England IP style IPA out of Boonshine Brewing Company out of Boone, North Carolina?
Can art. I'm a lot less creative than you. I honestly think the can art on the last one that was black and white kicked ass. When I get tattoos, I'm a black and white tattoo kind of guy. I'm gonna give a 4.3 on can art. It's just too much for me.
That's fine.
I understand why your 10-year-old picked it out. Because honestly, they took a bunch of random shit, couple things that had to do with beer, and threw it on the can. I'm pretty sure that's where the name came from.
Fucking Space Pegasus.
Somebody threw the name out there and thought, you cannot put that on that can and sell it. And you know what they did? Put it on the can and sell it.
They doing a good job.
But it's funny.
Talk to me about taste.
It's memorable. Honestly, that's the main thing when you're a marketing person. It's
yeah, absolutely. It's all about the site.
Taste. I'm not the biggest on fruity beers. That is more your run-of-the-mill. Again, I think it was a little low on the bitterness, but again, it was very smooth. It didn't get heavy the longer we drank. We both ate dinner before this. I don't feel like I'm overly full or like I'm forcing it down to finish it.
Oh, no.
Good beer. New England IPA. I think we've both decided that we're probably leaning towards that because for some reason we just seem to like them.
Those and hazies, yeah.
Yeah, we seem to fall in that ballpark pretty consistently. On that note, I'll give them a 4.3 for taste. Just not my run-of-the-mill. No knock on it all. I'd drink it again. If somebody had it or I saw it somewhere on special, or even it's all somewhere at a bar and I recognize it, go, yeah, it was good. I'll have it. That
was a good beer, yeah.
Not right around the mill.
Okay.
But overall, good taste, consistent taste, not going to take your head off. And I'm going to say this, and if I offend anybody, I'm sorry. If you're a chick that likes IPAs, this might be something that you would like. It's a little fruitier.
Yeah.
But it's also got the IPA backbone to it.
Gotcha.
So it's definitely something that's more,
I think it would be a good introduction IPA.
That's probably the better way to say it than the way I said it.
I think it would be a very good introduction IPA.
Yeah.
It introduces you without hitting you with that hardcore bitterness.
Yeah, because there's a couple we've had that just
but you hit a lot of flavors. You got your pineapple and you got your grapefruit and your tangerines, but you still have the heavy hops.
I don't think it helps. I don't care for grapefruits.
Maybe
my grandfather used to love grapefruits.
That might be.
Ate one for breakfast consistently. I've never cared for the tartness and bitterness of grapefruit.
Yeah,
but it's good. It's not bad. Can's weird.
So you said 4.2 on
4.2 for the can art, 4.3 for taste.
And I gave a 5 on can art and a 4.7 for the taste.
Yep.
Guys, make sure you try this brew out yourself. I will tag them whenever I post this episode, when I post about the episode on the Thursday before. This is the Space Pegasus New England style IPA out of Boonshine Brewing Company, right out of Boone, North Carolina, our home state. I do like their name. So I do too.
The name's funny.
Yes. Especially since it's in the mountains too. That makes it even better.
Yeah.
So, and guys, we've already decided long before we got to this point that our honorable brewski of the week was going to go to our good friend Tyler, who sent this topic in. We really appreciate you doing that.
Guys, if you have topics, we're going to use them. I have another one that's been sent by another listener that we're going to end up using at some point.
Exactly.
We want topics. I know it's weird to send us a first time message. I sent a topic as a I sent a drunk story as a fan before I came on.
Yes, you did.
We listen because at times it's tough for us to pull stuff because we just, we don't want to pull annoying or bullshit stuff. We want good content.
Yeah, the stuff you guys want to hear, the stuff that you're interested in. Even if you know a ton about it, send us what you know, and then we'll take that and we'll take our own research and we'll put it all together and we'll give you whatever you want, guys. But make sure, like I said, send us everything. Thank you so much, Tyler, for sending this to us. We really did enjoy it. We can't wait to see you tomorrow. Well, I'll probably see him like this weekend, but you'll can't wait to see him tomorrow.
I don't really care to see him, his wife, and his new wife and his kids. I'd prefer to see.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
He's ugly.
Well, then fuck you, Tyler.
Yeah, fuck you, Tyler.
No, guys.
On the way home.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this podcast. We really do enjoy doing this. We love bringing the content to you guys, and we're going to continue to do it until, I don't care if we have one fucking follower. That's one motherfucker that likes to listen to our shit.
We're having fun still.
Make sure you tell everybody you see all about this podcast. Give us a like, follow, and all that good stuff on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, the whole nine.
Yep.
We're really promoting that YouTube, guys. We really want you to check that out. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. We have somewhere around 70 subscribers right now. We definitely want to see that number grow. Other than that, I really don't have a whole lot more to go on.
I was looking at actually notes that I had from last time, so hold on one second.
We do have some sponsors to hit.
We do. Sorry. I'm an asshole. I'm using my phone. Ow!
I got mine up too.
It just popped.
Guys, one sponsor who is a humongous supporter of this podcast and humongous supporter of my family and your family.
Yes.
Is we want to thank Ultimate Plumbing out of Mooresville, North Carolina. You can get all your plumbing needs from this 5-star company. Checking them out on Google. Servicing the Charlotte, North Carolina to Hickory, North Carolina area. All you have to do is call 704-892-5843. Again, call 704-892-5843. Just one small business is supporting another, guys. Owner is Joe Hughes. Does a great job. He's done some work for me. He helps with you guys, I know.
Like I said, honestly, to get outside of the legitimate read off the script, bought my house, had it 3 hours, had a problem with the plumbing. I literally called him at 11 o'clock at night and ran through 19 different questions on his Saturday night.
And
he's a
knocked
great
it
guy.
out. I've had him install sinks for me. He's definitely checked out my water heater and multiple other things. They are, like I said, they are like rated like 5 stars on Google. Check them out, guys. Again, the phone number is 704-892-5843. Thank you so much for supporting our podcast, Ultimate Plumbing.
Almost got out.
Sorry. Supporting our podcast, Ultimate Plumbing, out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Alex,
Zach Fowler Racing. We've talked about Zach Fowler Racing. Vroom, vroom. It's an iRacing team as well as a legitimate race team. Let's start with iRacing. Zach won the ESRA Thursday Night Thunder Championship last year, the youngest competitor in the group, running with full-blown adults.
With us stuck to the fucking back, boys.
We were all in the back of the truck. Zach's a hell of a talent behind the wheel. I've spotted for him, worked with him for a long time. Great kid. You're not going to find a more dedicated to racing. Moved from Maryland to North Carolina to try to be in the racing business. Again, iRacing, Super Truck team. He's got a few races with the Super Truck this year lined up. If you're interested in sponsoring or getting in contact with him, go to Zach Fowler Racing on Facebook. If you need any help, reach out to us as well. We can get you in contact. Hair by Jordan Leach. That is my fiance's and best friend and producer, Albany's. It's her hair company, I guess you call it.
Yeah. So Albany can give you an honest review on Hair by Jordan.
Yeah, help me out here because I'm struggling to get through this.
Oh, it's great.
What does Jordan do?
She's a cosmetologist.
You understand that.
Does hair, all your hair services that
color,
you need.
Brazilian blowouts, stuff like that.
Color, cut, Brazilians, perms, whatever.
But Albany,
styles.
Is she affordable?
She is very affordable. Thank you, Billy, for your not so casual.
Yeah, Billy, that was awful.
Shit there. No, she does have some of the most affordable prices in Mooresville and surrounding areas. So definitely check her out.
Guys, if your girlfriend, fiance, mom, sister, daughter's
grandma
is looking for a new hairstylist, reach out to Hair by Jordan on Facebook or at 704-230-6449.
What's that number?
704-230-6449. Or reach out to the podcast. I can get you in contact because there's a good chance he's either yelling at me or I'm working my way into getting yelled at, so I'll give you her phone number. Other than that, guys,
We're all good.
We're good.
We've covered our sponsors.
Tyler, thank you again for sending the topic.
Thank you so much. Guys, we really hope you enjoyed this episode of Two Dudes and a Brew podcast. We enjoyed this entire time. We know you have some preparing to do because our wonderful friend Tyler is on his way. So, on that note, like I said...
Billy.
What?
Take us out.
Oh, I was...
You paused.
I'm sorry.
Did you have something else to say?
Do you want me to go? Do you want me to go?
Are you having like a mental breakdown? Let me try this again. Billy, take us out.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to Two Dudes and a Brew podcast. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, do the whole fucking 9. It takes fucking 2 minutes, guys. We are on YouTube and everywhere else that you get your podcast. Yes. I am Billy.
I'm Alex. From producer Albany, producer Jordan, everybody involved. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time. Billy, cheers.
Cheers, my guy.